It is Saturday, March 30th, and the Dong Report is back in your life. I am Matt Modi, and I'm here to give you my 4 favorite home run predictions for today's MLB betting slate. Of course, before we can get into today's picks, we got to do a recap from yesterday, which was great. Our third straight day in the green on the Dong Report. Honestly, it is all thanks to Mookie Betts. We've had him in the Dong Report for 3 straight games, and guess what? He's hit a home run in 3 straight games dating back to the Seoul series. So thanks to Mookie Betts, we were up yesterday on the Dong Report, up 1.5 units because we had him to hit a home run. He did. We had Alex Bregman to hit a home run, and he did not. And then we had Rafael Devers, who ended up not playing. So just had that one refunded. 1-1 yesterday, up 1.50 units on the entire season for the Dong Report. Granted, it's only been like 4 games at this point. Again, dating back to the Seoul series, we are up 2.87 units. Every play has been for a half unit, so pretty good that we're able to get in the green so far. Every play has been for a half unit, so that 2.87 units of profit has an ROI of 18.55%, which is pretty good. And then last year, we were up 61.15 units, so it's nice to see that we're starting the year hot this year after an incredible year last year. Eventually, we will up these to 1 unit plays. I just need a little bit more data before I feel comfortable doing that. So we're going to stick with, again, half units for now, probably for the first week or two of the MLB season. But regardless, it's a nice start to the season. Let's hope we can have another good day today. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe if you are not already. And then, of course, for this video, if you could comment. I love reading through all the comments and all that stuff. All the interaction you can give me would be great. But that's enough about that. Let's get into today's picks and let's see if we can get Dong. So the first play that we're going to go ahead and lock in here, this is in the Yankees versus Astros game, and I'm taking Aaron Judge to hit a home run plus 250 odds at FanDuel. So Judge has yet to hit a home run this year for the Yankees. Granted, it's been 2 games, but he has yet to really barrel one up, right? He literally has a barrel rate of 0%. He's got a hard hit percentage of 50%. He just hasn't been able to get the barrel up the bat. Yesterday, he absolutely annihilated a baseball. He just crushed it. Exit velocity of 103.8, but he did not have a good launch angle, so it ended up being just a flyout. And then on Thursday's game, he had another situation where he just crushed a baseball. Exit velocity of 100.6 miles per hour, but the launch angle was a little bit too low. It was 22 degrees, so it ended up just being a double instead of a home run. For context, I mentioned this in a bunch of videos, but in terms of launch angle and exit velocity, you want exit velocity to be 95 miles per hour or above, and the sweet spot for launch angle is between 25 and 35 degrees. So he was really close to barreling one up for a home run. Didn't quite do that. He also had another one that he just crushed with an exit velocity of 99.4, but ended up being a double play. So he has a bunch of opportunities where he's hit the ball hard. Again, just hasn't quite barreled one up. As for today, I absolutely love for him to get his first home run of the year. He's going up against Astros pitcher Hunter Brown, who he should just be able to crush, right? Hunter Brown, granted, he was good in spring training. I will give him that. But he was not good last year. He had a home run per 9 of 1.50. That's really bad. He had an ERA of 5.09. That's really bad. And an expected ERA of 4.27. That's also really bad. He's also significantly worse against right-handed batters than he is against lefties. Last year, if we're looking at his 2023 splits, his home run per 9 against lefties was 1.11. That's a respectable number. His home run per 9 against right-handed batters was 1.85. That is not a respectable number. That 1.85 home run per 9, that would have put him as the 4th worst home run per 9 in the entire MLB if we're looking at all of last year. Now, I will admit Judge is a little bit better against left-handed pitchers than he is against righties, and Hunter Brown is a righty, but it's not like Aaron Judge was bad against righties either. His ISO rate last year against right-handed pitching was 33.4%. ISO rate stands for isolated power. Literally just measures how much power a batter has. Anything 25% and above is excellent. 33.4% is like top of the MLB in ISO rate. And then his barrel rate was 27.5%. That's an absurd barrel rate. That would have led the MLB by a mile if he had enough plate appearances to qualify. So even though he is better against lefties, I'm still very, very comfortable riding him in this righty matchup against Hunter Brown, who he should crush. And that's what we got for our first pick. Next up, Cardinals versus Dodgers game. I'm taking Max Muncy to hit a home run plus 350 odds at FanDuel. Similar to Judge, Muncy is a batter that has a ton of power, that is a good home run hitter that hasn't yet hit one this year. He's also an MM, which has got to be something going for us, considering I'm also an MM, so a little bit of symmetry there. But this isn't another situation for Max Muncy. I just love his opportunity to go yard tonight because of the matchup. I mean, it's about as juicy of a pitching matchup you can possibly dream of if you want your batters to hit home runs. He's going up against Lance Lynn of the Cardinals, and Lance Lynn is just one of the most mashable pitchers in the entire MLB. He's a right-handed pitcher, first of all, and Muncy is much better against righties than he is against lefties, and Muncy is also a lefty himself. Last year, Muncy's ISO rate against left-handed pitching was 22.3%. That's still good. Anything between 20 and 25% is still considered good. But against right-handed pitching, that went up to 28.1%, which is obviously in the excellent category. And if you just look at his batting stats against lefties and against righties, across the board, significantly better against righties. And not only is Lance Lynn a right-handed pitcher, but he is a horrendous right-handed pitcher that gives up a ton of home runs. Last year, Lance Lynn's home run per nine on the entire season, this is all batters, left and right, was 2.16. That's horrendously bad. That is literally the worst home run per nine in all of baseball last season, because he did pitch enough to qualify. So yes, he had the worst home run per nine in all of baseball last year. He's also significantly worse against lefties than he is against righties. As I mentioned, Muncy is a lefty. Lance Lynn's home run per nine against righties was 1.86. That's still really bad. But his home run per nine against lefties was 2.49. Remember, his home run per nine on the season was the worst in the MLB at 2.16, and it goes up to 2.49 against lefties. Horrendously bad. Unsurprisingly, Ballpark Pal lists Max Muncy as a plus 10 advantage against Lance Lynn, the highest advantage that Ballpark Pal will give a batter-pitcher matchup, plus 10. So very, very comfortable that Max Muncy hits his first home run tonight. Next up, Cardinals versus Dodgers game. We're sticking in the same game. And why not? We're going back to Mookie Betts to hit a home run, plus 400 odds at BetMGM. I mean, come on. We've hit 3 straight home runs going with Mookie Betts. The books are still giving us plus 400 odds, and we still get another incredible pitching matchup. I'm going to keep going back to Mookie Betts as long as the odds are good and as long as the matchup is good as well. Now, I mentioned he's going up against Lance Lynn. I just talked about how bad of a pitcher Lance Lynn is. Now, yes, I did say that Lance Lynn is better against righties than he is against lefties, but I also told you his home run per nine against right-handed batters would still have made him the 4th worst in the entire MLB. So it's not like he's good against righties. It's more so like he's horrible versus even more horrible in terms of righties versus lefties. And yes, I will admit that Mookie Betts is also better against left-handed pitchers than he is against right-handed pitchers, but he's still good against righties. 2 of the home runs he's hit this year have been against righties. And this is another situation where Ballpark Pal gives Mookie Betts, gives the batter, I should say, a plus 10 advantage over the pitcher. Literally the biggest advantage that he can give, he also gives to Mookie Betts over Lance Lynn as well. And let's not forget, Mookie Betts has just been crushing the ball recently. He's hit a home run in 3 straight games, and even the one game he didn't hit a home run, he still absolutely crushed a ball that had a very, very high exit velocity. Just the launch angle wasn't there. 2 of the home runs that Mookie has hit have been, no doubt about it, would have been home runs in all 30 stadiums, doesn't matter. And then the home run he hit yesterday, his 3rd home run, that would have been a home run in 29 of 30 stadiums. So it wasn't quite a no-doubter. Still would have been a home run in every stadium except for one. The home run he hit yesterday had an exit velocity of 100, a launch angle of 31 degrees. That is exactly what you are looking for. That is within the sweet spot of everything. And I'm more than happy, like I said, to continue to ride with Mookie Betts as long as the odds are there and as long as the pitching matchup is there as well. Both of those are the case tonight. So let's hope Mookie hits a home run in 4 straight games. That would be amazing. That's our 3rd pick. Last up, 4th and final pick of the video, Nationals versus Reds game. I'm taking Spencer Steer to hit a home run, plus 400 odds at FanDuel. So for our last pick, we're heading to Cincinnati, Great American Ballpark, one of the best home run ballparks in all of baseball. This is also one of the best weather games for home runs to be hit as well. And Similar to Lance Lynn, we get another juicy, laughable, mashable pitcher. Patrick Corbin is pitching for the Nationals. He's close to Lance Lynn as like the mashiest, mashable, whatever you want to call it, pitcher in baseball who just gives up absolute meatballs. Now, Spencer Steer versus Patrick Corbin isn't quite a +10 best advantage possible between the batter and the pitcher, but it's still a +8. It's still a very, very good matchup for Spencer Steer. Now, he hasn't hit a home run yet. Granted, he's only played in one game because these two teams only played on Thursday, but he did absolutely crush a ball on Thursday's game against the Nationals. He hit a double that was really close to being the sweet spot for a home run. He just had a launch angle of 22 degrees instead of 25, so it was only a double instead of a home run. But because it's a small sample size and because he did crush a ball, he has an ISO rate of 33% this year. Obviously, looking at one game sample size for baseball, it's not super helpful, but hey, it's just good that he is seeing the ball well. What is helpful and what you can actually take actionable advice of is last year, his ISO rate was much better against lefties than it was against righties. Patrick Corbin is a lefty. His ISO rate against lefties last year was 23.8%. That's in the good category. I don't go below the good category in terms of the handedness and ISO rate and all that stuff. So in the good category, that's good. That's what we need. And it was down against right-handed pitching. It's down to 17.5%. So I would not be on this play if he was going up against a right-handed pitcher. Now, this doesn't mean everything, of course, but Spencer Steer was also doing really well in spring training as well. He had an ISO rate of 36% in spring training. He hit 4 home runs. So that carried over to the first game of the regular season, which is the only reason why I'm mentioning it. And as for the pitching matchup, as I mentioned, Patrick Corbin pitching for the Nationals, who is a horrible pitcher. He's been a horrible pitcher for years now. And it's a beautiful combination of him being a really bad pitcher, and he also just eats up innings. They'll just leave him out there to get crushed. Last year, on the entire season, Patrick Corbin had a home run per 9 of 1.65, 5th worst in the MLB, and he did pitch enough innings to qualify. Against right-handed batters specifically, that home run per 9 jumps up to 1.79, which is not quite Lance Lynn level bad, but still really bad. Very confident Spencer Steer will dong one today. And that's all we got. 4 home run predictions for you guys to lock in. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And the last thing that I'll mention, I mention it at the end of every video, is I do have a Dub Club where I send out all of my picks early. You get them immediately sent directly to your phone. That's how Dub Club works if you're not familiar with it. It's just an app, a website, where you can sign up for someone's picks and it gets sent directly to your phone. Now, I only charge $5 a month for my Dub Club, and I will admit everything you can get on the Dub Club is what I also give out for free on YouTube and on Twitter. The only reason why I even created it in the first place is some people, they wanted to tail, but they don't always have time to watch the YouTube videos. They don't always care about the YouTube videos, or by the time they did watch them, the odds would change and they would get frustrated. So that's why I came out with the Dub Club. Again, everything just gets sent to your phone via text, email, Telegram, whatever you want. I only charge $5 a month because I recognize you can get everything for free. So whether you want to spend the $5 to get everything early, or you'd rather just get everything for the best price of free, is totally fine with me. Either option is cool. And that's all we got. Appreciate everybody for watching, and have a good one.